Alrighty, hey everyone! Welcome to another Will to Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Will to Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company to create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. Tonight we are playing D&D. This session features a Mortal Guardians side quest that takes our brave heroes on an exciting adventure out into the world of Velinara, or perhaps beyond. With us at the table, we do have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder, and begin with an introduction for Pyre.
Hello everyone, I'm Connor. I'll be playing Pyre. She is a fire genasi ranger who hails from the elemental plane of fire. Very skilled tracker and hunter. Hunts all sorts of creatures, elementals, things like that, and does so with her legendary crossbow Inferno.
Alright, heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, what do we learn about Bernard?
Hello, my name is Joshua. I'll be playing my Tabaxi Barbarian Bernard. Now, he hunts a certain beast called a Zarvelgren, who that might have connections to what happened to his village.
Alrighty. Well then, with no further ado, we can dive into our session. And our session picks up where the last one of these in our story left off. You have made it to the village and Flamespine Ridge. You've saved several of the survivors. However, there are more pillars of smoke off in the distance. And I'm going to ask for a perception or a religion check here. You can see that one of these pillars of smoke in the distance drifts from a larger shrine that is dedicated to the Great Flame. If you move quickly, departing now and make use of the salamanders, you might be able to get there in less than an hour.
No, that's not good. Yeah, I say we move over there.
Yeah.
So, you travel quickly, and as you are getting closer and closer, you would notice that there is a presence there. Someone, it seems, is trying to fight back against this. I'll ask for a perception check as you get ever closer.
Dang, I see nothing.
Pyre, you would notice that this is Flamecaller Voreth. He is battling several of the elementals. But with your 28, you would also notice something. That there are bodies of the creatures on the ground surrounding him. And roll for me a survival or an insight check here as you get closer. With a 26 Pyre, it seems that, strangely enough, one of the elementals seems to be fighting at Vorath's side, almost as if turned against its fellows. But there are more elementals nearby that need to be defeated. So, as you get close enough, I am going to ask for initiatives.
Wait, did I accidentally roll twice?
It did come through twice, but I'll take that first roll.
Okay. I might have double clicked.
No worries.
Can I just say also that as we're running, Bernard drinks a potion of fire resist?
Yeah, I'd say you can do that.
Okay.
Alright, so... that'll be Bernard first. After Bernard, it will be our magma elementals. Then Pyre. And then our NPCs. So, Bernard, first
Yes.
act here. What would you like to do?
So, how far are we from the fight?
When you're entering initiative, I'll say that you've gotten right up there. So you'd be about 30 feet away from everything that's going on.
Okay, so I will wear the mask again, as always, and enter a rage. And as I rage, I move half my movement, so that's 20 feet to the closest one that I can get to. With as I approach this fire elemental, claws starts to more claws come out from my claws. So I use the form of the beast claws and attack it with reckless attack. A 20, and this is 9 plus 1 from the boon. That's 10 plus 2. That's 12 slashing. And again, an 18. Does that hit?
An 18 will hit, yes.
That is, that's a 9 slashing damage. And one last attack. That 20.
Alright, heck yeah.
And that specific fire elemental has a disadvantage on his attack. So that is a 6 plus another 6. That's a 12 plus 1. That's 13 plus 2. That's 15 slashing damage. And that ends my turn.
Alright, and because you've gotten some melee attacks against this thing, you do take damage.
Oh, okay. These things have vitality. Okay. Got it.
3 attacks, so that is a total that you would take is 18 points of fire damage.
We just have by the potion of fire resist a 9.
Alrighty. With that, it is the magma elemental's turn. And we're gonna have 3 of them surround Bernard and attempt to take slam attacks against you. 19 on the first attack,
That hits.
which will be 10 points of bludgeoning and 16 fire.
That's 8. Okay.
A natural 20.
That hits.
That will be 12 bludgeoning and 29 fire.
Okay, give me a second. That's 14.
And the last attack will miss with a 12.
Okay.
The other two are going to make their way closer towards the elemental and Voroth. So they're gonna start making their attacks. That will hit the other elemental, and that will hit Voroth. As Pyre, we come to your turn.
Alright. So you said these are magma elementals?
Yes, they are vaguely humanoid in their shape, like the ones that you've been fighting in the past.
Knowing full well they're more than likely immune to fire damage, I'm still gonna pull out Inferno anyway, because it's big, it's bad, and it does a lot of damage.
Hell yeah.
I'll take two bolts. One at each on Voroth. First is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That will be for... Oh, man, almost a good roll. 10 points piercing. And the second is a 28. Another one will take 14 points of piercing.
Beautiful. And anything else from Pyre?
No, that's it.
Alright. As it comes to our NPC's turn, Voreth looking over and noticing your presence and joining into the battle. He calls out, "The domination, it can be broken, but it is a careful execution of runic magic." And as he does this, you would notice the elemental that he has at his side rearing back and attacking the one in front of it. And that is unfortunately a miss, but that is going to be it for our NPCs. And Bernard, we come to your turn.
So I'm surrounded by 3 of these guys.
You got 3 of them all around you, yep.
Well, I can't stop attacking, so we'll just keep attacking with my claws. With reckless attack, of course. Another than 20.
Alright, so you
Okay,
take
then.
7 fire damage.
Okay, that's half. That's 3. Yeah. I mean, now roll damage. That is a 6 plus 10. That would be 16 plus 1. That's 17 plus 2. It's 19 slashing damage, and the one that got damaged by me has disadvantage.
Well, it's not going to be making any more attacks after this, so.
And I will attack the other magma spirit on the left.
Okay,
A 20.
that hits.
That deals 8 plus 2. That is 10 plus 1. That's 11 slashing.
You take 6
And-
points.
And then one last attack on the left still.
Okay.
24.
Yeah.
It was almost another nat 20. God dang it. And that is 8 plus 2. That's another 11 slashing damage.
And that is 6 points of fire.
And as for my bonus action, I will chug a potion.
Sounds like a plan.
So that's 4d4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 plus 4. Okay.
Alright, so with that, it is going to be the Magma Elemental's turn, and the ones on Bernard are going to continue to try and hit Bernard.
Mhm.
That is a natural 20.
That hits.
That is 14 bludgeoning, and
That's 7.
25 fire.
That's 12.
And then
And-
a 19. Oh.
Okay. I was about to say I'll make that other. Well, no, wait. If I just give it disadvantage, it's just not rolling normally.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll give it disadvantage.
Alright, so the 19 was still its first hit, so
Ah. Okay, that hits.
5 bludgeoning and 17 fire. And then the one near Virat's elemental is going to move away from the elemental, provoking an attack of opportunity, which misses, and it's going to come over to Pyre.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit Pyre.
Yeah.
9 bludgeoning and 13 fire.
That's 6.
And then it's your turn, Pyre.
So what Vorath said, these things can be commandeered with magic?
He says that he knows of a way to do it, but it is a careful use of runic magic. So, you don't know how to enact that yet.
Okay. You know what? Let's give this magma elemental a little friend to play with. Oh, that is an action. Okay, never mind. Actually, I will do it. We're gonna summon my own fire elemental,
Okay.
and I believe it takes its turn right after me.
That's typically how I do it, so.
Yeah. Elemental spirit. Okay. All right, and then yeah, that'll be it. So I'll summon that, and then I will have my spirit makes a number of slime attacks equal to half of its ability. So 2 slime attacks coming from this elemental. I got a 4 plus, so that 18.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
And I just okay. There's a flaw in what I just did, but
Oh?
reading the spell. So fire elementals only do fire damage, and this thing is immune to fire damage.
Well, not this one is immune to it.
Oh, okay. So what's the damage on that? Bonus equals your spell at each 5. Doesn't say how much the damage is. Hang on. Bonus. I cannot. Sorry, you may have to look at it. I'm not sure how much damage it does. The slime attack.
Now, are you doing the Conjure Elemental or Summon Elemental Spirit?
Summon elemental.
So the slam is, the bonus is equal to your spell's attack modifier for the attack roll, modifier, blah, blah, blah. On a hit, it deals 1d10 plus 4 plus the spell's level in fire
Oh,
damage.
okay. Okay, I was reading it to hit, but okay. So I will roll a d10. So that's 4 plus 4 plus 2, so that's 10 points of bludgeoning.
Alright, so 10 points. So it's fire because you summoned a fire elemental.
Yes.
So that'll do fire damage.
Yep, so fire damage there.
Yep. And the ones that you are fighting are resistant to fire.
Resistant. Okay. Alright, and then I'll re-roll that second one. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure an 18 itself will hit.
Oh, yeah.
That will be 13 points of fire damage. Halved to 7. Or 6, sorry. And that is my turn. Oh, that
Alright.
elemental turn.
With that, it is our NPCs go, and it is going to be Borath, who is going to do again. He's going to risk the attack of opportunity here. And that magma elemental is going to miss as he runs over to the one in front of you, Pyre. And if anyone would like to utilize their reaction here to make either a perception or an arcana check to watch as Vorath does this.
Do a perception check.
Alright, so Pyre, you're able to watch as Vorath, on this weakened elemental in front of you, Pyre, reaches into their skulls and quickly carves sigils over top of the corrupted markings, and the elemental seems to shift. It does not seem to be as aggressive, and definitely not towards your group. And then Bernard, it is your turn.
Okay. So there's still 2 around me.
You still have 2 on you, correct?
Okay, so I will just do this. Bernard's getting his fur singed and kind of burnt in a bit. He is kind of mad, so he's gonna attack again with reckless attack on the left, the magma elemental. Oh well, that's an 11.
That is unfortunately a miss.
I'm gonna do it again. That's 17. Is a +1 from the
Yeah, that's gonna
boon?
hit.
Okay. And that would be 8 plus 2 plus 1. That is 11 slashing. And how much fire damage am I taking?
That would be 6.
Okay, that would be cut down. That would be 3. And then one last time. 25.
Yep.
And that would be 11 plus 2. That's 14 slashing.
And then that'll be 7 fire at you.
Another 3. And then I
This one
will.
goes down.
Oh, nice. And just to like show that I am still holding on, I'm gonna drink another potion.
Alright.
Ooh, that's a good roll. 11. That's 15 healing.
Beautiful.
And that ends my turn.
All right, it is our magma elemental's turn, and the one that was at Vorth's side at the beginning of the battle is going to try and strike out at the one that was fighting Vorth recently, and that will hit. That one's going to fight back. And misses, and then the other one on Bernard is going to attempt to hit. With a 24,
That hits.
dealing 6 bludgeoning and 11 fire. And then Pyre, it is your turn.
Okay.
There are
So
2 elementals that are currently hostile towards you and yours.
one's on Bernard,
One is on Bernard, yep.
and the other's in front of me.
No, the one that was in front of you is the one that Vorath just demonstrated on how to break the domination on.
Oh, okay.
The other one that's up is the one that Vorath was fighting, but is now with the elemental that was defending Vorath.
Do I attack it or do I try and do what he did?
Well, you've only seen so much. He's not been able to do too much in the explanation in the middle of battle, so it's up to you if you want to take that risk.
Oh, well, we'll just keep firing away. We'll do the one that was just attacked.
Yeah.
The one that Vorath was attacking. Will a 25 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
So that will be for 10 piercing, and since they're resistant, I'll roll my fire damage. It'll be 4 fire damage. And then a 27. For 12 piercing and 1 point of fire.
Well, that is a magma elemental down, leaving just the one on Bernard as the remaining hostile one.
How far away is that one on Bernard?
I'd say about 30 feet, because Bernard ran in.
Okay. I'm going to end my turn, but I'm gonna have my elemental move up to the one on Bernard and have it do its 2 attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it deserves a friend. That's a 19 to hit.
And 19 will hit.
Wonderful. So that's 9 plus 2, so 15. Have that's 7 fire damage. And I'm positive a 5 misses.
Yeah, that will miss.
Okay.
Alrighty. With that, it is our NPCs go. And that is a Akira go. So with her sword drawn, she's also going to move in and take some swings. Akira gets a natural 20.
Alright.
And
Nice.
she is resistant to fire. Flame heritage. So that becomes spam. And then second attack. Is still going to hit. with that, Bernard, we come to your turn.
Okay, so let's see. Let's just go with the classic. So I'm gonna reckless attack slash 7. That's an 18,
Yes, that'll hit.
and that is 6 plus 2. That's 8 plus 1. That's 9 slashing, and then one more time. Ooh, so close. 27. Oh, that's 28, but that's not natural 28.
It still hits.
Okay.
And
That
you
is-
took 7 damage from the first hit.
Okay, this is 7 slashing plus 2. That's 9, 10 slashing. And it's still
And-
standing?
Yes, and you'll take another 5 points fire.
That's 3, if I remember. Oh no, it's 2. Okay. And one last. 25.
Yep.
And that's an 8 plus 2, that's 10, 11 slashing.
That is 9 points of fire. And this one goes down, meaning you're no longer bound to initiative.
Oof. I will end my rage.
So, as combat ends, you are standing in the midst of a battlefield with 2 magma elementals seemingly broken out of whatever strange domination is going on here, and Varath standing, though a little wounded. Otherwise, pretty well.
After we've had a second to kind of catch our breath, I will ask him what he's doing all the way out here, far from the village.
There was a cry. A lesser primus resides here, a descendant of the Great Pain. Great Flame and her pain drew me out here to see that it was under attack.
We saw the smoke in the distance, so we came as soon as we could.
Yes. Well, we must descend and hopefully the intrusion was only at the outsides, but I fear that it is not as simple.
Would he know the information that I found out at the end last summer? Would I have to ask him?
You can check to see if he knows, especially given with what you had seen with him interacting with the runes within the creatures.
I found out some information about who might be controlling these things, but I wanted to see if you had any idea before I repeat information.
All I know is the rumors of figures standing in the distance from the attacks.
After examining the previous elementals we fought, we examined the. Would you call them like crystals in their hands, or what are they?
The terminology is Mind Stone.
Mind stone. Okay. We were able to get a look at their mind stones while they were still fresh, and while I couldn't make out exactly who it was, Unfortunately, there's enough detail that shows that the person controlling these elementals is one of us.
It is unfortunate that either someone has turned their back more actively or has spread information that has been kept within us. But these markings, these sigils, that I can lay atop the corrupted marking, is the language of the Titans. They uphold the currents of the primal elements in the Veils and seem to maintain the balance. But it is, again, a careful carving into one that is not as strong unless they fight back and the sigil does not take hold. But we must find the lesser Primus. If anyone would like to roll a religion here.
They sound pretty important.
Definitely.
With a 6, Pyre, you don't recall too much about the lesser Primuses, but you do recall learning that they are creatures that emerge from the Great Flame. That's all you really recall from your teachings.
I suppose the only way we're going to find answers is within the shrine, yeah?
Hopefully so. As Vorath leads you, you come to the entrance of the shrine. And the heavy stone doorway that is present is blocked. Its welded shut edges and hinges are molded over with solidified lava. Whoever was here does not want people getting into the shrine with the lesser Primus.
Are there any other ways into the shrine besides the one?
Not that Vorath knows of, unless you want to dig deep into the ground.
No, thank you. Well, any way on how we can get in here?
It's just rock, Akira says as she looks it over. I think that if we give a good look over, we might be able to find some weak points, get something in there, jimmy it open.
I'll give a pretty. I'll give an impressed smile at that answer, and I'll start to look the rock over.
All right, I'll ask for either investigation or nature to see if you can find weaknesses.
And it's my lucky feat to re-roll that.
I believe that lucky says that you can as long as you don't hear the results, so
So I roll again.
Let me just double check here real quick. All right. So the way that this reads is likely that you actually have to do it before you roll, but
Ah,
for
got
this
it.
one, I'll let you just do it. But
Yippee.
in
Okay,
the
so that's
future.
yeah. I'll keep that one in mind. Hit. There you go.
All right, so a 21. It's a bit of work, but it easily could have taken much longer. But with some careful applications and pressure in the right spaces, you are able to help break away. Varath even assists with fire to help melt the stone back down again and make it softer to pry away.
Mm.
And as he assists, you can see that Varath has some thoughts going through his mind, perhaps thinking over what you have shared, Pyre.
As we're walking, I'll just um, ask him how he's feeling, what he's thinking about.
As the fire slows to a stop, and you can hear again the sounds of the door being cleared away. Um, there is just thoughts of everything that has happened and what you have revealed. Possibilities. Ones that I hesitate to entertain until there is more information. I do not wish to bring forth anything that might upset the present. We need to figure out what has been done and evaluate our next steps from that. It'd be about here that Akira will call out, I think we got it open.
As we're walking up, I'll tell him that I agree with the sentiment and add on that, well, since we know it might be one of us, that gives us a place to start at least.
He nods, but there's no real relief on his face. And you are able to, now that the door is opened, descend in to the shrine. As you make your way further down, you would see a conical space of this underground chamber. And there's an entrance on the entrance is on the widest end, and the walls begin to converge around a lava pit. And what you would see is this churning magma within the lava. There's a ambient light created by the dripping magma from vents, and this creature itself, as it begins to rise, uh, torso is revealed, and you can see four arms coming out of this thick upper half. This, is the Lesser Primus just from looking at it. But go ahead, I'll ask for a perception roll. So Pyre with a 27. There are several purple ethereal chains stretching from the Primus to stone pylons that have been molded from the chamber walls around the area. And as soon as you notice this and can kind of tell that something's off here, I'll ask for either an investigation or perception check.
I don't know why I'm going bad today.
Bernard's not very perceptive today.
Pyre with a 30, you would notice on the floor just before the Primus this arc of etched sigils glowing with a purple heated energy, and it flares, and when it does so, you'd notice that the color matches the spikes that appear within the eyes of the Primus. As it bends over the ground, two of the arms resting, it seems to leer at you all as you enter. Florath will step forward cautiously, puts his hands to keep the three of you behind him, and Scorchera, and he calls out before giving a bow. We have heard your cries. The Primus looks over. What have you brought into my domain? As you can feel those fiery eyes upon yourselves. Do any of you respond, mortal guardians?
I am of the Emberwind clan, same as Voroth.
Locked like a secret undiscovered star system. I'm just gonna go build stuff there.
You very malice. I smell the fight still on you. You reek. All of you. You, the stench. Scorcher, something has affected you, I can see. please allow us to assist in whatever endeavors you are battling. Do any of you try and continue the conversation here, or do you try and figure out perhaps what might be going on here? What are you doing, Mortal Guardians?
Bernard will be mostly like looking around to see if there's any way to change certain things. Like he, I can assume that Pyre did mention about the chains, and Bernard will be like looking around to see if the chains can be removed or not.
Roll me an Arcana check then, Bernard.
Ooh, a 5.
Hard to say for sure.
I see a rock.
Yeah, the chains don't seem to be normal chains, so that's all you get with a 5, unfortunately.
Hmm. I'll say that we believe that whatever was controlling the elementals, we just thought may be influencing you as well.
The As you say that, there is a roar of indignation that comes from the lesser primus, that comes from Scorchera. And in a response to the words you have brought forth, she is going to target you, Pyre.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Which will deal 37 points of fire damage.
Oh.
As we will be rolling initiatives.
Ooh.
And we will pick up with our battle after our upcoming ad break. So please hang out with us. We will be right back to continue along with our combat and our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They do help us here at Will to Witch RP. Another great way of directly supporting us is donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. These donations help keep our games affordable. So stick around, support us how you can, and we will see you guys very soon. Alrighty, we are back in action, and as we are returning, it is to combat. Pyre, you get to start us off.
Really? I rolled the highest?
Because
Oh.
Bernard's is still double-clicking, we go with the first one, so you got the higher
Oh.
modifier.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
okay.
Wow.
How the
All right, I
hell?
guess I really made this thing angry just by speaking.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Despite it throwing whatever it threw at me,
Just
I
a bit of fire. A lot of
it's a
fire.
bit of fire, yeah. Fire genasi. I'd still like to investigate those chains, those purple-looking chains.
Yeah, so that'll be, I'll say, an Arcana check.
Oof, come on, be good.
Hey.
Not what I was hoping for.
The chains don't look very normal. That's what you get with a 3.
Okay.
Anything else? That's an action.
No, that's it.
Alright. Bernard, it is your turn.
Okay, so Bernard, he knows that this is something we don't want to piss off. So
It's a little late
I
for
will-
that.
yeah, it's very very too late for that. We're already in a fight, but I will try my. So can I bonus action rage?
Yes.
And wait, let me wait before I do finalize my turn. Let me just check something. Just give me 1 second. Never mind. I will not. I will not rage for this. I will use my lucky feat to give me advantage, and I will go at it again on the chains. I'll study the chains. So that's an
Arcana.
Arcana.
Yep.
Yep. Let's hopefully we roll something good. A 15, yay.
15. So you will understand here that the chains are ethereal. They seem to be a more potent variations of the magic, the runic magic you have seen on the other elementals. And while you don't know that you might be able to attack the chains themselves, there are the 4 pylons that are tethering the chains to the walls around this chamber.
And I could hit those.
Those probably can be hit.
Okay, just for a test, I still have one more action, or that's my entire action.
So that's an entire action.
Okay, then just for the purposes, I would just rage. And how far are the pylons, like, in each places?
So they get closer as it gets closer to the lava pool at the center. So like if this is a cone, you're coming in at the widest end, and at the thinnest end is where this magma elemental is. And so you've got 4 pylons, 1 for each arm. And so you've got some that are closer to you, but they are farther away from each other, and then as they get farther away from you, it gets closer to each other. So
Okay, so I'll just bonus action rage, just for the... And then I can move closer to the pylon.
sounds good.
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, with that, it brings us to Scorchora's turn. And well, unfortunately no one is within melee distance of it. It will go ahead and throw some more fire. And we'll do so at Pyre again.
I won't talk next time.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
For 38 fire.
Oof, okay.
And you know what? Why not? Why don't we get some fire over at Bernard as well?
Uh, so do this is okay. It's just a normal attack.
Yep, that is a 24 to hit Bernard.
That hits,
And that'll be for 31 points of fire damage.
which is also halved. That's 15.
And just because it can. Why don't we get another attack out? This one at Akira.
Oh, no.
That is going to hit.
Mm,
And heals 35. Which takes half, so it's brought down to that. Alrighty. And then it's gonna be our NPC's turn. And that's gonna be an Akira action, so she shakes off the where she got hit with the flames and is going to move in, moving directly towards Scorchura. Unfortunately can't make the full distance to it, and so ends up taking the dodge action for her turn. And Pyre, you come to your go.
Bernard have told me about those pylons.
Yes, I would have kind of shared that information.
All right. Shaking off the possible burn marks I now have all over me, I will pull out Inferno, and I'll fire a bolt at 2 of those pylons.
Okay.
A 30.
30 will hit a pylon.
For 9 piercing, and I don't know if they take fire, but I'll roll it anyway. 3 points of fire.
It seems to take the damage, but it's seemingly resistant to everything.
Wonderful. And then a 33 to hit the second one.
Yeah.
That'll be for 12 piercing and 6 fire.
Alrighty.
And I will tell people to aim for the pylons if they can.
Alrighty. Bernard, it is your turn.
So how far am I to the pylon that I'm currently looking at?
I'd say at the start of your turn, you're 20 feet away from that pylon.
And then I use bonus action rage at that time, and then move half of my movement. So I'm in front of it in a way.
Okay.
So I will use my form of the beast claws, and just for the fun of it, I will reckless attack. Yep, 18.
Just hits a pylon.
That is a +2. That's +1. That is 11 slashing.
Which it's resistant to.
And okay. And a fifth. That's a 16.
Does not hit.
Ooh, interesting. And one last. An 18.
Yep, just hits.
And that deals 14 slashing.
Okay.
And just want to confirm the negation, like the general negation, is if the attack is not magical.
All damage.
Oh, okay. Just want to confirm.
Yeah.
Then, and for my bonus action, that should be me drinking a potion.
Go for it.
So that's 44. That's 15 healing.
Alright. It is going to be Scorcher's turn, and it will. Again, no one is within melee yet. But it will go for some flame strikes. First one will be against Akira. And the second one will be against Bernard. That is going to just hit Akira. And then a 7... Oh, nope, you went reckless.
Yes, disadvantage.
So you are using that ability to give disadvantage?
No.
Yeah, so
I'm already out. It's out.
okay. So then that would be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. And then that is going to be 33 points of fire damage towards you,
And that's
Bernard.
16.
And then and that'll be it for Scorchura's turn. And bringing us to our NPCs. Akira is going to go again, and this time she turns her attention towards one of the pyres, or pylons hearing Pyre, and will move up alongside Bernard, as that is the closest one to her, and she'll take her 2 attacks. Both of which will hit. Alrighty, and then we come top of the round, Pyre. It is your turn.
I'll take 2 more shots at 2 of the pylons. A 27.
Alright, 27 hits.
15 piercing, and 4 fire.
That is one pylon looking heavily cracked, but still up.
And the second one's a 32.
Yep.
Before 10 piercing and 9 fire.
Alright. And anything else from Pyre? Any bonus actions?
No, that's it.
Alright, it is Bernard, your turn.
Mm-hmm.
The pyre that you
will-
stand in front of looks heavily damaged. Or pylon, sorry.
Okay, I'll attack the pylon again with advantage. Or, yeah, just normal attacking. Let's see how this goes. Hip. That's 17. Does that hit?
17 just misses.
Okay, I'll just roll again. I'll do it again. An 18, that hits. That deals 14 slashing damage.
Alright.
Is that pylon still holding on?
Nope, that is enough for this one to be broken.
So how many more pylons left? 3?
There are 3 left.
Which one's the closest one that I can go to?
That would be the one that gets closer to Scorchera on this side of the wall.
And how far is it from me?
About 30 feet.
Okay, then I will move towards it. and then attack with my last attack with the form of the beast claw. 23.
Yep.
And then that's 9 plus 2, that's 11, 12 slashing damage.
Alrighty. And then anything else from Bernard?
I think that would be it.
Alright, sounds good. It is then going to be our creature's turn, Scorchura. And as you've come up to the closer pylon, unfortunately, that will put you in range for the melee slam attack, Bernard.
Mhm.
And Scorchura will take 2 of those towards you.
Oof.
The first one is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Alright, and that's going to do 17 bludgeoning and 23 fire.
Okay.
And the second attack is a 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
"17 bludgeoning and 14 fire. And
Okay.
then that'll be the end of Scorchura's turn. Our NPCs are going to go. And that is Akira once more. Akira will move over towards the pylon on the other side of the room, using her action to dash and get over there. As Pyre, we come to your turn.
Alright, 2 more attacks at the pylons. Uh, 32.
That'll hit.
Rolled over to a good number. Alright, 15 piercing,
Nice.
and 2 fire. It's got snake eyes. And then a 28.
Yep.
Okay. That is for 11 piercing and 7 fire.
Okay. And with that, Bernard, it'll come to your turn.
Okay, I will attack with my claw. Hit. Ooh, nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is a 6 plus 10. That is 16 plus 2. That's 18. 19 slashing. And then one more. 24. And that is 12 slashing damage. It's still up.
Yeah.
And then I will use my scimitar. Hit 21.
Yep.
And that deals 7 plus 2. That's 8. That's 9. 10 slashing. And then I can use the nick property from the scimitar. That's a 23. That hits. And this is another 7. That's another 10 slashing.
Alrighty.
And then a bonus action drink potion.
Sounds good. Alrighty.
15 healing.
Scorcher is going to go and sends out some flame strikes. That'll be one at Akira. Two at Akira. And that is one hit and one miss. Alrighty, it is going to come to our NPCs go. And that's going to be a Vorath action, and Vorath notices something when it comes to the sigils around Scorchera. He disappears in this steam and reappears by the sigils leaning down, and will use his action to interact with those. That'll be it for NPCs. Pyre, it's your turn.
All right. I'll just keep shooting away at the chains. Yes. Good number. 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is all right. 14 piercing, 9 fire, and then a 23
23 will hit.
for 15 piercing and 8 fire.
And that is the other pylon in front of Bernard exploded, leaving just 2 pylons, the one by Akira and one that is unattended. But Bernard, we'll come to your turn.
How far are the other 2 pylons now?
So the closer pylon to you is the other one that is near the lava pit, because you're now in the further end. So if you try to go to the one that Akira's on, which is the farther one, you'd have to use your action to dash, but the other one is close enough. I'd say it's about 25 feet away.
How far? Just want to know how far is it the one to Akira?
From where you currently stand, on the order of about maybe 55, 60 feet.
Then I don't have to use my like reaction. Is that right? You said to dash.
No, so you'd have to use an action to dash unless you have that movement speed.
I can use feline agility, which doubles my movement speed.
Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, for sure.
Yeah, so Bernard like readies up and then dashes to the next pylon close to Akira.
Alright, so that means you're moving back away, meaning that will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay, sure.
Which is a 17 to hit.
Yes, Pat, you just got through.
That'll be for 11 bludgeoning and 19 fire.
Okay, and then I'm now there.
Yeah, you're near Akira and the pylon there.
Then time to do my wombo combo, which is Beast Claw. From the Beast Claw, here we go. But just to be sure, I'm gonna give myself advantage by reckless attacking. Yep. Well, that didn't work. That's 12, that misses. I'll do it again. That's another 12, that misses. How fun. 21. Okay. And then this is 6 plus 2. That's 8 plus 9 slashing. One less. 26. That hits. That's 8 plus 2. That's 8. 10. 11 slashing. And then bonus action heal. So I'm down to like 9 potions if I remember. Yeah. Yep. That's 14 healing. And that ends my turn.
Alrighty. It is Scorchera's turn, and she doesn't like that you ran away, Bernard. So she's gonna
Uh-oh.
throw a flame strike at you.
Uh-oh. And that's with advantage.
Yeah, and then she'll throw another one at Pyre.
Hey.
That is a 31 to hit Bernard.
Yes, that hits.
For 43 fire damage.
That's 21 damage.
And then an 18 to hit Pyre
Yeah.
for 40 fire damage.
Luckily that's halved. Okay.
And then it'll be our NPCs go. And that's gonna be a Akira turn. And she'll make an attack against the pylon in front of her. And misses. So she'll attack again. That will hit. And that's enough for this pylon to break down, and so she runs in closer. And gets to that last pylon. And Pyre, it's your turn.
Alright, I'll aim both my shots at that last pylon. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 will hit.
Yay. Okay, for 8 points of piercing and 5 points of fire.
Alright,
And then a 29
for sure.
for 14 points of piercing and 7 points of fire.
Alright. And anything else from Pyre?
That's it.
It is going to be Bernard's turn.
So how far is that last pylon?
30 feet away.
Okay, so I can use my javelins then. So I'll throw javelins at it. So here we go. 25.
Yep.
That hits, and that deals. Just to confirm, the rage still does not apply to this throw. Or did the rules change? I can't remember exactly.
I believe the rules changed that it's for any strength-based weapon attack.
Okay, so this it applies on this then.
Let me just double check. Yes, when you make an attack using strength, either a weapon or unarmed strike and deal damage, you gain a bonus to the damage. So it doesn't matter if it's melee or anything, as long as it uses strength.
Okay, got it. So it does apply. Okay, here we go. This is a 10. That's plus 2, plus 1. That's 13 piercing damage. And one more time. Yep. 19. That hits. And a 6 plus 2. That's 8. 9 piercing damage.
Alright.
And for some reason, Bernard has been chugging a lot of potions lately. He feels full. One more. Bonus action potion of healing greater. That's 8 plus 4. Okay. And that ends my turn.
All right, and then it is Squatura's turn, and since both Borath and Akira are now within clobbering range, we're getting 2 slam attacks, 1 on each. And that is most definitely going to hit Borath, because he is technically prone. Dealing a lot of damage. Oh, that is cocked, but it is cocked in the best way for you guys. That is a natural 1.
Oh.
And then it'll bring us to our NPCs go. And despite the pain of being struck here, Voreth is going to continue the work that he is doing with the sigils at the base. And then Pyre, it is your turn.
Keep firing away at that pylon.
Yeah, go for it.
29. That's for 13 piercing and 2 fire. And then a 27 for 9 piercing and 8 fire.
All right. And then, as Pyre's turn comes to an end, Bernard, it is your go.
Okay, so wait, let me just remove 2 javelins from my inventory. Put them. Bernard will be throwing again his javelins at the pylon once more. Here we go. Hits. 18, that hits.
An 18 just hits, yeah.
And that's 9 plus 2, that's 11, 12 piercing. And one last. Misses.
It is unfortunately a miss.
Dang it.
Anything else?
Let's see. What other thing can I do? Well, there's only one thing. Potions. He can't get enough with potions. Here we go. You're good.
You
Okay,
should
11.
really be doing the potion mishaps. With how many potions you're drinking.
Yeah, I think I have drank already. Like out of the 15 I have, I can't remember the exact number. I've been not. Wait, let me check. I'm down to 7.
Oof.
Goo. I've been guzzling down a lot of potions now. Oh my god.
Alright, so as Bernard comes to the end of your turn, we've got 2 more slam attacks against our NPCs who are up close. 2 more
Oh.
hits. Alrighty. And then... Alrighty. As it comes to our NPC's turn, that's gonna be an Akira action, and she's standing at the last pylon. And her first attack will hit it. Oh, minimum damage! Oh, so close. She's gonna use her second attack against this thing. And unfortunately, that is a miss. Screw it. She's gonna action surge. That's another hit. Minimum damage again! But it is enough that this pylon breaks apart. Which means that you would see the creature sort of drop and recedes into the lava pit, allowing you all to catch your breath. And it is after the battle sort of eases away that you see Scorchera emerge once more, this time slower, cautiously.
Let myself steady just in case.
It's at this point that Vorath would finish what work he was doing, and it should be the last of the corruption. As Scorchera now looks. You are the ones to go against the warrior. The one from your own ranks. One that despises all that the Great Flame represents. The way that this creature, Scorchera, presents it, it is both simultaneously fact and questioning. Do you respond?
We go after anyone who poses a danger to the Great Flame.
The warrior loathes balance, loathes the control that has been long upheld. This warrior hopes to replace it, a regime of power, of dominance, where strength rules and all other concerns are secondary. Can I get an insight roll here from anyone? Pyre. Hearing this and having seen the corruption of the shrine, it suggests that the warrior's goals include the destruction or the domination of the Great Flame itself. and to overthrow the religious order held by the Emberwind clan.
You can believe what they want, but they won't succeed.
Hmm. Perhaps not on their own, but they have had help. Just as you do not work alone, the warrior has found an ally, one from the Fey realm. Roll for me Arcana or Insight checks here.
Not 20.
A 20.
All right. You would notice on the ground outside of the lava pit, beneath the feet of those that are closer to this creature, that the runes, as they fade, they include magical elements of dark fey magic. It seems that the warrior has been able to beguile the elementals as well as part of whatever actions are being taken against them. Enchantments that are woven by those she has aligned herself with. Hearing this, understanding this, Vorath lowers his head, his face full of shame. Was this because of my leadership? Have I brought forth a new war? He takes a deep breath and then another before lifting his head and looking to you, Pyre. I would wish to speak with you outside, but I need a few moments of my own time. I need to meditate on what has happened.
I'm sorry, I hear Max in the background.
Yes.
Uh, I understand.
Flamekeeper of Wrath leaves. He exits the chamber through the entrance that you had come in to spend some time in thought before discussing what has been revealed. Leaves you with Scorcher, the Lesser Primus, one who was under the control and now broken free, watching the three that are left curiously, though her eyes seem to linger on you, Pyre.
This warrior, do you know what they look like?
It is not as simple, but you, within you I sense a connection to the warrior, an energy, a bond. one that has existed within you. Who knows how long? Deeply rooted. And it draws you both towards destiny. For a moment, Pyre, there is a flash of something against your mind. Burning lavender eyes. And a sense of looking up at someone from your back. But it only exists for a split second before you are overcome with a feeling of life being drained out of you. Except it's not being drained out of you. It feels like it's coming from somewhere close to you. As if your mind is connected to someone else's, and you are experiencing what they experience. And as you look around and notice that Bernard and Akira seem unaffected, the only other person that was here with you was Voreth. Something might be happening to him right now.
He's just outside the chamber, right?
He had left
That
the
last-
chamber, yes. Now, whether he made it all the way outside or not, well, one way to find out.
I'll run and check it out.
All right. As you rush, you do not see him in the stairwell outside the chamber doors, meaning that he is likely out above the ground. And following that thought process, getting up to the door, when you emerge, you see Voreth. He lies on the ground, smoldering at the feet of a stark, harsh feminine figure, one carrying a flaming glaive, the warrior. As she stands before you, she glares at you with lavender eyes. There is this rising crown of flaming hair in the same shade. And the way that she stands, the way that she looks, there is this smugness, as if this was prepared for, anticipated. I'm going to ask for medicine or perception checks here.
Ooh, nat 20.
Both of you are able to tell that Voreth lies dead. His eyes are dull, the life gone from them, and his remains charred thickly as if burned under a furnace. As the warrior notices your conclusions, he refused the gift of flame. The way that the warrior speaks, it's distorted, as if there's other voices speaking over top. It's hard to place. Rather than join pure fire, he chose death. And behind her, you can see more forms emerging from the terrain themselves. Magma elementals. And they slink slowly towards her, and there is this moment, this tension, a stage. Whoever this warrior is, she welcomes, perhaps in her mind, final statements from each of you.
You can tell that Pyre is very, very angry. I mean, that much is certain. With kind of that, almost like the way she speaks is like kind of like your teeth are grinding a bit. Very rarely do I ever enjoy killing a creature. But for you, I think I'm gonna make an exception.
As you say that, the glaive moves fluidly, someone very comfortable with her weapon. The flame caller lies in ruin. Come now, Pyre. Let us see the worth of your title. And as the glaive is pointed directly at you, we're gonna roll initiatives.
I don't know why it keeps rolling 2. I need to figure out why.
Maybe have you refreshed your sheet?
Give me a second. Okay, let me try again. Hopefully that's what. It's just gonna be a test roll. Let's just see. Just one click. Did it roll twice?
It just rolled with the advantage like normal.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take the 5. I'll take
Okay.
the 5.
So we've got that'll be the warrior going first. Oh, I need to roll more. She's got her buddies. All right. So that's going to be the warrior first, then Pyre, then our NPCs, then the empowered elemental, Bernard, and then our other magma elementals. So, as we have the tension built here, combat inevitable. We have our next ad break coming up. So please hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our combat and our story. Before we head out, I do ask, however, that you let the ads run. They do help us. Excuse me. They do help us here at World Witch RP. If you'd like to support us, please do so directly at my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen, as well as in our chat room. But stick around, and we will see you guys very soon. Alright, we're back. And as we return, it is to combat. Our warrior gets to go first. And the first thing that she will do is run towards you, Pyre.
Expect
And-
nothing less.
Will do a swing of her glaive.
Okay.
With a 20 to hit,
Yeah.
8 slashing damage,
I'm not resistant to that.
and then will step in closer and go for a headbutt. That is a
Dang.
20 to hit.
Dang, yeah.
For 13 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then, she'll do a third attack.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
12 points of bludgeoning damage as she kicks out at your knees. And I need a dexterity saving throw here.
27.
27. You are not knocked prone. And as this happens, you do receive a bit of a blessing from the universe in the form of 13 points of healing.
Okay.
As it is
Thank you.
now your turn.
Shake that off, and I'm gonna forego my crossbow because this warrior is not worthy of being hit by my crossbow. So I'm gonna cast as a bonus action Flame Blade, which I will do at 4th level. And then just to ask mechanically, since I do get 2 attacks, if the Flame Blade's considered a melee weapon, do I get 2 attacks with it or just 1?
Let me check. Because Flame Blade was one of the ones that had a wonky wording. So let me double check here. So, the way that it is worded, Flame Blade, you use a magic action to make a melee spell attack with the blade. So, even if you have multi-attack, because it is not the attack action, it's a magic action, you only get the one.
Okay, I'll make it attack then. That was so close to a nat 20. My god, this is a 16 hit.
A 16 does not get past her armor.
Here, okay. And then that was my action, so I guess I can't, like, draw my short sword and make a second one since I already used a melee spell attack, yeah?
Right, because the bonus action is casting, and then the action is using it.
Okay. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. It is Akira's turn. Akira's the only NPC that's left now. And Akira's going to move in alongside you, Pyre, and will attempt to shove the warrior away. And the warrior is pushed 5 feet back as now Akira stands, a sword drawn, um, at your side.
Nice.
Our empowered elemental is going to, from a distance, call down some fire. So, I'm going to ask for a dexterity save from Pyre, Akira, and Bernard.
27.
I have advantage on this. Uh, 20.
Alrighty. So that will be a successful save from both of you, meaning you'll take half damage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Akira cannot say the same. So, on a failed save, you are looking at 7 points of bludgeoning and then 12 points of fire, half as much on a successful.
So that would be 3 points bludgeoning and then 6 points of fire.
Yes,
And then because of my fire resistance, that's halved even more.
correct.
Neat.
At least the fire portion is.
Yep.
Has it been an hour? I try to remember if the potion of fire resist still active.
I'm gonna say at this point it has been over an hour.
Okay.
Alright. Kira's starting to look a little rough here. And then it is Bernard, your turn.
Okay. How far am I from them?
Depends. Which enemy are you looking at?
So there's the empowered golem, and there.
So the empowered elemental is is about 90 feet away. The smaller elementals are about 40 feet away, and then the warrior is like right up with you guys.
Okay, so if I were to break a elemental gem, does it take it takes an action to break it? Is that correct?
What was the ability you were looking at?
Elemental gem, emerald.
I believe it is an action.
Okay, so Bernard pulls out a jewel that he found before and then breaks it and summons a water elemental.
Alrighty.
And I just need to get a stat block for the water elemental. There it is. Okay. And now for my bonus action, I'm just gonna chug a rage just for resistances, and then I will be switching to bite. So the mask and my head kind of melds together and forms a more bestial looking Bernard. And then it's the water elemental's turn, is that correct?
Correct. Right after you.
So, okay. I can make it do a multi-attack, so... +7 to hit, so... Okay, the water elemental will attack the warrior, so it will move a bit. And then and then uses multi-attack, so here it is. That's a 20. Does that hit?
Who are you trying to hit?
The warrior.
20 does not hit the warrior.
Oh. Okay. And okay, it will go again, I guess. Let me just roll a normal 20 first then. I think you didn't see that. Or did it go through? I can't
Uh,
remember.
Uh,
No, I didn't show it on your side. Okay, I'll roll. Yep, that misses.
is unfortunately a miss.
And let's see. That's pretty much it for the guy.
Okay. Then it is going to be our magma elementals. And the small ones are going to move around and surround our water elemental. And just start wailing on him.
Mm-hmm.
23 on the first attack.
That hits.
10 bludgeoning and 6 fire.
And bludgeoning and 6 fire. And does the water reduce the damage of fire?
You should look at the stat block.
Okay, let me check. Mm-hmm. Damage resistance. No. So it just takes the normal damage.
Yep.
Okay, so just confirm. Like, this is my first time attempting this.
Yeah, no worries.
So how much damage again?
It was 10 bludgeoning and 6 fire.
Okay, that one, the bludgeoning gets halved. So, and then the fire.
6.
Okay.
And then we've
Okay.
got another attack which will miss with an 8.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another one which will be a 22.
That hits.
9 bludgeoning, 8 fire.
9 bludgeoning. That's 3 from the bludgeoning, and then 8 fire.
And then a 24 hits for 11 bludgeoning and 7 fire.
And that's 5 and 7 fire.
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll be it for... There's more of the magma elementals, but only 4 of them are able to surround our water elemental. Our warrior is going to go. And the first thing that the warrior is going to do is swing the glaive around to strike at Akira right across the temple. Which will hit with a 27. And it's going to be... Bam. She's going to force the save here. Unfortunately, that is not enough. Akira drops to the ground prone. And then we're going to get 2 more attacks at Pyre. Oh, you're so lucky. That was almost a natural 20. That misses. With the glaive, and seeing that the glaive missed, she's going to kick out at your chest.
Yep.
With a 24.
Yep.
That'll be 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay.
And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Unfortunately, that is not enough. You are knocked prone.
Thanks, dice.
And so as you are knocked prone, the warrior is going to come forward and he'll get some healing from the universe. 12 points of healing.
Thank you.
But you now have the warrior like just standing looking down at you. As that'll be the end of her turn, and Pyre, it is your go. You do need to roll a Constitution save for your flame blade. That is.
Oh, I was
concentration.
gonna end the concentration on that.
No worries then. You can always end concentration. It's a free action.
So what would it be? What action would it be to try and sweep her legs out from under her?
That is an unarmed strike. It is. I would say it's the same mechanics as the shove because you're trying to make her prone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and kick her legs out from under her.
Alright. Well, that's changed, in the new rules. So, the only time you roll to hit for an unarmed strike is when you're doing damage.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it is a save.
Oh, it's a save. Okay. Can we ignore that nat one?
Yes.
Okay.
So, So this will be a DC that is equal to 8 plus your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus.
So 8 plus 50. So 8 plus strength plus proficiency.
Strength modifier.
Strength modifier. Okay, so 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus 6 is 21. Oof. So what is it? What saving throw is it?
She gets to make either a strength or dexterity. It's her choice.
Okay. So the DC is 21.
That is a 30 on her save.
Oh my grief.
So
Now, does that count as an attack or?
that is an attack, yes.
I do get a second attack. What do I want to do? Oh, what do I want to do? Can I still use half my movement to get up?
Yep,
All right, good. Now I just want to punch her across the face.
you can try.
Now that's an unarmed strike, right?
Yes.
Okay. A 19.
Does not get through her armor as you strike. You can feel your knuckles barely graze across the mask that she wears.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay.
All right. And then with that, it is going to be Akira, and let me just see how well she's doing. She just got hit pretty hard. She's a little dazed, so she's still on the ground here, but she does seem to be conscious. Our elemental in the back is going to do a concentrated flame burst on the water elemental. With an 18 to hit.
Yep, it hits.
That'll be 34 fire damage at the elemental.
Okay.
And then it is Bernard, your turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are smaller elementals surrounding my water elemental, yes?
Yes.
Then, seeing that, Bernard runs towards the smaller elementals and reckless attack bite. Here we go. Yep. A 20.
Yeah, 20 will hit one of the smaller elementals.
Okay, and that bite will deal. Dang, that's just a bad roll. 6 plus 2 plus 1, that is 9. Plus I heal for. I remember that. I heal for 3 hit points, so that's there you go. And then second time. That is a 21. That. Oh yeah, it's just the same thing. They're both D8s. And here's the other bite. That's a 7 plus 2. That is 9 plus 1, that's 10 piercing, and then I heal once more. And as for a bonus action, I will open my maw and drink, well, or just bite into the potion.
Okay.
3, 4, yep. That's 16 healing. There you go. And then that ends my turn, and then it's now my elemental's turn.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Question with the Whelm. Each creature in the elemental space. Oh wait, it has to be in the elemental space. Okay. Okay, I'll just attack normally with my with the multi attack. So he will attack the left side enemy. So let me roll a d20. Yep. That's a 16 plus 7. That is 23. Does that hit?
Yes.
And that's 2d8 plus 4. That deals 11 plus 4. That is
I
15
need
bludgeoning.
a dexterity save from your elemental and yourself, as this one will explode.
Okay, I have advantage on dex, so let me just do mine first. That's a 23.
All right.
Let me just-
Success.
And then let me check my elemental. Okay, here we go. Up. Hey, nat 20!
All right. That's a success. So that'll be half
Half damage?
Yeah. So instead of the 12 points of fire damage from its death burst, you'll take 6.
46. Okay, and that's 6. So my boy is down to 40, and I am currently now at. I take full damage on that, so I'm down at 45. And then my water elemental will attack the right side, the goat spirit or elemental with again. So let me roll another d20. Yep. 7 plus 7, 14. Does that hit?
Yes. 14 will hit a small guy.
Okay, time to roll another 2d8s. Oh, dang, that's 2 plus 4, that's 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And that. I think that ends my. Wait, let me see something. I guess what I can do is move the golem towards the smaller ones, and it triggers whelm from what I remember. It says here each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 15 strength throw. On a failure, the target takes 13 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. If it's a larger or smaller, it's also grappled.
Let me just double check here for that.
I'm checking it on the
Okay,
D&D and
so
Beyond.
because you've already made the multi-attack with the slam, you can't do the whelm. The whelm is its own action.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I was a bit confused on that part.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
yeah, I think that should end the water elemental's turn.
All right, so we've got our small magma elementals. 5 of them that are left. 3 of them surrounding the water elemental. Gonna continue trying to slam onto him. We've got a 15.
Let me see. Give me a second. That hits.
All right, a 21.
Bludgeoning.
No, I'm just doing the to hits right now.
Yes, that also hits.
And then the last one's another hit with a 22. So,
Yes.
first attack's going to do 9 bludgeoning and 7 fire.
7 fire.
Second attack does 6 bludgeoning and 2 fire. last attack is 10 bludgeoning and 8 fire.
Okay, time to work on the math.
And then the other 2 smaller ones are going to move around Bernard. That is a 10 to strike,
That misses.
and then a 16.
That hits.
5 bludgeoning and 9 fire.
May I repeat that?
Uh,
Sorry.
It's 5 bludgeoning, 9 fire.
5 bludgeoning, that's 2, and then 5 fire. Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then with that, it is top of the round with our warrior. And that's going to be an attempt to knock Pyre down. That is a 27 to hit
Yeah.
for 11 slashing, and then I need a dexterity saving throw.
23.
You are not knocked prone. However, this is going to piss off our warrior. So her glaive lights in fire. And she'll take another attack. And that is a natural 20. So that's going to deal 25 slashing and
And
and 44 fire.
okay. I'm not looking hot at all.
She still has her third attack. And she's going to try and headbutt you again.
Okay.
With a 31.
Yeah.
That'll be 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 18.
18 is just enough to resist the dizzying, stunning effect here.
Okay.
And then it is your turn, Pyre.
All right. So before I do this, mechanically, I want to ask, since I have 2 attacks, could I do one with a short sword and one be an unarmed strike?
Yes.
Okay. Let's make sure. All right, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna draw my short sword, take a swing. Does a 26 hit?
A 26 will hit.
Thank goodness. All right, that's 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and headbutt this person. 17's gonna miss.
It is unfortunately a miss.
Okay.
And then anything else from Pyre?
Draining a potion's a bonus action, right?
That is correct.
Can I take a potion of healing as a bonus action? Make sure. Which I assume I'm okay to do.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, the dice are doing the dancey thing again. Okay, stop dancing. Be 41 points of healing.
As you do that,
better not knock this bottle out of my hand.
The warrior is going to take a legendary action at the end of your turn. And I need a dexterity saving throw from Pyre.
25.
Alright. So, you're able to get away with half damage here as a pile of magma bursts out beneath your feet. And that will be
I don't like how long this is taking.
I just had to double check the mechanics on starting, or not starting your turn in magma, but, you know, being in contact with it. It's a lot of dice. Alright, so
I'm not gonna like this number.
well, you're taking half of it, and it's not like you're submerged, so it's gonna be less. So that would have been 66 points of fire damage, but you'll take half.
That's 33. And then what's half of 33?
16.
16. Okay. Alright.
Alright. And then it is Akira's turn, and Akira was going to try and get over to Pyre, but the growing magma between the two of you is making it difficult. So she's taking the dodge action, but watching our empowered elemental again, focusing on our water elemental. He does not like that. But that is going to be a natural 1. So that does not hit the fire elemental. Or not the water, the fire. It doesn't hit the water elemental. Bernard, it is your turn.
Okay, so how many enemies are left?
You've got 5 of the small guys, 2 on you, 3 on the water elemental. You've got the big empowered elemental, and then the warrior.
Okay, so I guess I'll just continue fighting the smaller ones, and then reckless attack with my bite on the left smaller elemental.
Yeah, go for it.
26,
Yeah.
and then I'll just apply the +3 heal, and that deals 11 plus 2 plus 1. That is 14 piercing.
I need a dexterity save from you and the water elemental, as this one also explodes.
Okay, let me just roll mine. 19.
Successful.
And then the water elemental, fails.
Alright, so that's 6 points of fire damage on a failed save.
And then on a successful save,
Half.
so that's 3 for me. And the water elemental is down.
Okay.
And then how many more are alive? 2?
4 of the small guys. 2 of them
But
were on you,
are-
2 were on the water elemental.
Okay, then I'll go for the smaller one on the right.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let me just first again add my heals, and then that's a T8, so that's automatic 8 on that. So that is 12 plus 2 plus 1. That's 23 piercing damage.
And I need a dexterity saving throw, as this one also explodes.
And that's a 22.
Alright, and that is a successful save, so you take half of the 8 points of fire damage.
And then as a bonus action, I will just drink a potion of fire resistance. This will definitely gonna come in handy sooner or later.
That will definitely help here. It'll be our elementals' turns, as we've got 3 of them left, and they are now all going to surround you, Bernard.
And they have advantage. Oh boy.
They do have advantage. The first one is going to miss with an 8.
Yeah, okay.
The second one gets a 17
That hits.
for bludgeoning and 7 fire.
That's 2, and then that's 3.
And then a 24 on the last attack.
That hits.
11 bludgeoning, 5 fire.
That's a 5, and then a 2 if I remember, or is it a 3? Yeah, it's a 2.
And then becomes the warrior's turn. And the warrior is going to take her attacks. That is a 31 to hit Pyre.
Yep.
And that'll be 11 points of slashing, and her weapon is still inflamed, dealing an extra 17 fire.
Okay.
And then I'll ask for another dexterity saving throw.
30.
Alright, you are not knocked prone. That is a 17 to hit.
Oh, beats it, beats it.
14 slashing
Okay.
and 13 of fire. God, that's a shitty roll.
I
Can
don't
you make
mind.
Can you make me a strength saving throw?
A 30.
All right, your sword stays in your hand, and she's going to do another attack at you.
Yep.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
13 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and 24 points fire. If that brings you to
Unconscious.
0, you are instead knocked to 1 point, but you are prone,
Okay.
as she does do this non-lethally. But as you fall, Pyre, the warrior stands over top of you, and in doing so, she leans down and will grip you by the sides of your head, Pyre. Her thumbs press against your forehead, and you feel the ritual burning into your mind. You feel the attempt to alter your will, just like others before, the minds that have been crushed into the obedient elementals. And beneath you, Pyre, there is a magma elemental emerging, pressing into your back, almost trying to meld into your physical form. And as this happens, you feel the push into your mind, and for a brief moment there is a shared vision. You see the darkness of the domain of night. You see where a dark fey city rests under moonlight. And you feel that you are in the perspective of this warrior, racing across a rooftop, leaping through the air, and drawing a long blade, crashing upon an unsuspecting victim. Another vision. Still within the domain of night, you see a dark elf mage teaching the warrior cruel magic, dominating the minds of chained victims, forcing them to act as puppets under her command. The two figures embrace in the darkness in a way that only lovers might. The visions fray, shifting once more, transforming into a cascade of crashing rocks and stone under a jagged, smoggy sky, filled with the dust of leveled mountains and wasted civilizations. You feel yourself entering the depths of the abyss, riding collapsing rocks like a wave and battling a great flying demon as this warrior leaps from stone to stone in a domain of absolute chaos and desolation. And then, Pyre, you see Velda Ignara. There is a grim purpose within this figure, gazing out across the blazing plateau. A home that she once knew, and knows that the path ahead of her is relentless, remorseless domination. And then a voice. Ashka! The visions are ending, and the grip of the warrior relinquishes on your head, Pyre. You feel the elemental creature beneath you crumbling back, and there is the sound of a horn in the distance that both Pyre, Bernard, you hear. Pyre, you recognize it. It is the battle horn of the Emberwind clan. And then there's another. Replies one by one. Warriors are coming. There's a figure that rushes up to the warrior side, to Ashka's side. We need to go. You see Pyre next to Ashka, a dark elf, one wearing heavy robes and a worn gray scarf, carrying a black staff. It's blackened ironwood, engraved with runes like those that are carved into the mind stones of the elementals. There is a moment that Ashka strains. She looks down at you, Pyre. You can see a yearning in her eyes to finish what she had started, but the mage grips her by the shoulder. Don't forget your mission. There will be time for this later, once the Great Flame is brought to heal. There is a hiss of breath, but Ashka releases you, Pyre. Grits her teeth. So be it. And as she turns away, she looks back to you, Pyre. Meet me at the shrine then, Flame Seeker. If you survive. If you're strong enough. You can watch the rise of a new Primus and a new age. When strength determines our course. Not the whims of a fickle fire. And with that, Ashka and the mage are gone, leaping upon a spiral of flame, a whirlwind of blazing energy bearing them away, ferrying them upon a dread wind to the distance beyond the burning hills. The elementals subside, following the beck and call of their masters elsewhere. Meaning that you're no longer bound by initiative and have some time to breathe and rest. Akira runs over to your side, Pyre, helping you sit up, checking over you. As you look off into the distance, you see the arrival of the warriors from the Amberwind tribes. You can discern bursting fires and raging skirmishes all across the blazing plateau. And settling in each of you, the knowledge that the war for the Great Flame has begun. And that is going to be the end of our session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys had fun with this one. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you all in our next stream. But until then, head over to wildawitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you want to jump into a game yourself, or just keep up to date with our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch for any of our live streams, or head over to YouTube for our VODs. But until the next one, it'll be a see you guys later.